Good afternoon. Welcome to Healthcare Reality with Michael Weiss. That's me, I'm the host. Today's show is sponsored by Ensure. It's a drink that Crohn's patients know all about. When we can't eat or drink anything, nothing tastes better than Ensure. Okay, they're not really a sponsor, and that's sort of a funny tag. But it's a great product, and I think people with Crohn's disease, we all know how valuable this product is. And at some point, I hope they come on board as a sponsor. For those who haven't watched the show before, I think I have credibility on Crohn's disease and healthcare in general. I'm 47. I've had Crohn's disease for about 25 years. I've been hospitalized over 150 times, or about that many times. I've had about 15 major surgeries, been hospitalized in many different states, etc. And I wrote a book about my experiences. It's a funny, real-life account of how I cope and how my friends and family help me cope, called Confessions of a Professional Hospital Patient. And you can purchase it on hospitalpatient.com or at Amazon or at any bookstore. Well, today's topic, in light of Phil Mickelson winning the Masters tournament yesterday and bringing great attention to breast cancer because unfortunately his wife Amy battles with it, the topic today is how to raise positive public awareness to Crohn's disease. And I say this because when Phil Mickelson won yesterday, it was a wonderful thing to see that his wife was able, I think she's going through chemo and she's battling, but it was wonderful to see that just by the mention of pink and the pink ribbons, and people know what he's talking about. Breast cancer got great advertising yesterday for free, and I think that's wonderful. In today's LA Times, a sports writer, and I have to look at my notes, Bill Plaschke, I believe his name is, he captured it wonderfully when he said that in winning, Phil Mickelson painted the ultimate old boy sport and the ultimate old boy club in a brilliant shade of pink. I mean, that says it all. And I think Crohn's disease affects so many people, but we don't get that kind of exposure. Maybe it's because it involves, well, not maybe, it is because it involves the bathroom and some embarrassing things that we all have to go through. But we get ads at 3 a.m. on our local cable TV that come after the local Italian travel agency from companies with great intentions, but companies like livingwithcrohnsdisease.com. I applaud their efforts, but what I don't like is the way they do what they do. They basically go on TV and say, do you have Crohn's disease? Does your life suck? Do you want it to suck less? Are your friends getting fed up with you? Do you not have a relationship and you want one? Then come along. You need to join our organization. It defeats the purpose. It puts a stigma on Crohn's disease when instead there are so many inspiring stories that can be talked about. Whether it's aunts, uncles, business people, lawyers, doctors, politicians, construction workers, teachers, kids. I mean, the bravest kids have Crohn's disease and they have to deal with the side effects of the medication and what their friends say. I mean, these are the stories that need to be told so that maybe some big celebrity will come out of the woods and say, hey, I have Crohn's. There have been some, but we need a lot of them. But I think a lot of people may have it, but they won't come out because of the very ads that some companies do at 3 a.m. in the morning. And in terms of a color, obviously the joke would be, hey, it should be brown, the bracelets, but the bracelets and the ribbons should be brown, but I beg to differ. As a tribute to my dad, and I think it makes sense, they should be green, because my dad used to always say, it's a green world. And as Crohn's patients, we're cash cows for the healthcare system. Let's face it. I mean, doctors, facilities, nurses, medication, pharmacy, blah, blah, blah. So maybe someone should start a program with green bracelets, green patches, and focus on stories that inspire. Because you have to be, you have no choice, but you have to be brave and tough to deal with this illness. I mean, people always say, how do you do it? Because I have to. Obviously, I get by with a lot of help from my friends and family, but the stories are fascinating, but no company has tapped into this yet. So I guess the message for today is green, and come on, let's use positive influences for Crohn's disease, because Phil Mickelson, that was incredible what he did. And breast cancer, which it deserves, got an amazing advertisement on CBS Sports during the Masters. I mean, come on, we got to get smart here. So if anyone has ideas, you can contact me on Twitter, Hospital Patient is my name on Twitter. You could leave a comment on this YouTube channel. But one last thing I wanted to say is a lot of people have contacted me since I started doing these videos, you know, saying, hey, I relate, I so get your story. And some people, they sort of tear at your heartstrings and say, I've been hospitalized 8 times in the past year and had 4 surgeries this year, and my friends are just fed up. And I just want to say to them that, listen, and I don't think my mom knows this story, but when I was younger, I was in law school, and I was in and out of the hospital during this one particular time, maybe like 10 times in 4 months. And I think my folks at the time thought I was sleeping, but I was awake, and I could see that they were fed up. And as a, you know, I was still a kid, I was in my 20s, but I had to take a step back, and then I really thought about it. You know, I'm fed up with it. They're regular people. They're not fed up with me. They're fed up with it, and the it is the Crohn's disease and everything. So I grew up that day. And for the people who write me those kinds of emails, your friends will come around. They're not fed up with you. They're just fed up with the illness. They don't want to see you be hospitalized 8 times in 1 year. Okay, so hang in there, and let's really rally together and try to get some positive word of mouth and go green. Thank you.